Okay, so I'm trying to find the eye level and the central vanishing point because this picture is in 1-point perspective. So I located where everything came to a point and I'm actually drawing on my picture. And then I'm going to, this is just going to be to practice, I'm going to draw a sketch that's going to be the same size. And this is what would be a good idea prior to starting on a bigger piece of paper, just to kind of get an idea of how to accomplish everything. So now I have my central vanishing point, my eye level, everything is established. So I'm kind of just marking where everything ends on the piece of paper. So this is where that edge of the lockers and that whole hallway fall, and this is where the edge of everything on that side of the hallway falls. And I'm going to just draw in where that very back, the back doors fall. And you could find the center of them, that line going right through the center, with the Xing method. So I'm not going to go that far with this. I'm just going to show a few things and how you could go about tackling this. That's where the edge of the locker is. So then I put my special vanishing point at the edge of that wall, and then from where that first locker, where the edge of the lockers were, I figured out where it crossed that bottom line. That gave me this line distance, which would be my wall if I'm looking at it just completely straight on. So now if I measure that first distance from where that special vanishing point intersected that straight line, that gives me the distance of the lockers on this line. And now I'm guesstimating, like, so this is the first like open space. It's like a doorway. And then I'm going to look at the rest of that spacing and divide it out how far I think it would fall on this wall. So it's like I'm looking at the wall straight on. And these could be even divisions, but these aren't. So this is just another way to help you decide, is to actually decide what would the actual divisions be. So I'm marking them out. I'm actually writing underneath what that division parts is for. And then I have it right underneath that line, so it's equal. And then I'm going up and I'm just drawing up on that line. And then I'm going to be using the special vanishing point to intersect with that line. And then where that line intersects the line going to the central vanishing point, that's where I'll draw my line up. So I intersected that, and then I drew up all the lines from that intersection. That's the top of the lockers. Now I'm starting to work on the top, where I'm going to actually use the same kind of division that we used to do the Rubik's Cube. So I'm going to be dividing into equal spaces. So because I'm going to do this, I'm going to use the diagonal method. On the two sides, the tiles are not equal to the rest of the tiles, so I'm going to use the center 4 tiles and then just draw the line straight across. So right now I'm trying to get my spacing right. And just make these are all even except for just the two ends aren't. And then draw to the central vanishing point. darkening the lines so that it's visible to you all. And I'm marking where this side pillar falls, because I'm going to use that to line up my ceiling tiles to make sure that I'm drawing in their divisions correctly. So I'm lining that up, and when I'm doing this, I'm actually lining it up with what is straight across from it. So looking in the picture and going straight across, I can figure out where exactly I put that back edge by lining it up straight across and seeing where it lines up across. Then I can look at that top and see where, if I count down 4 spaces, where does 4 spaces down line up on here. If I draw that in, then I can use the 4 middle tiles to draw from one corner of this to the other. So I have that line, and then where I have these divisions, then I can just go straight across. So even the ones that weren't. Now everything, and then I just keep repeating. So I would do the same thing. Where's the bottom of like the next 4 middle lining up, and then just do this again. And these are some of the division processes if you were drawing a hallway that you would need to use.